couple quick compliments. One, Community was an awesome TV show. And secondly, Chris, you're a badass Thor, and I tell you that the brotherly dynamic that you have with Tom Hiddleston is just fantastic. Also, your transformation in the heart of the sea, wow, that was just insane. My question, though, is with the success of Deadpool being an R-rated hard R, what do you think is going to be the biggest mistake that studios are going to make to try to recreate that magic?
We have lots of sex. Just to throw one up.
I think you said it, right? Is that if they try to recreate it, it seems to, it's a fear-driven business, and when something is successful, sometimes out of fear, people make a choice to try to imitate, and it never works, or rarely works. Really, it's, I think what Deadpool proves is that people like, entertaining, surprising storytelling, and if you can do something completely different than what people are expecting, they love that, and it's a great film. Tim Miller's a great director. Reynolds did a great job on part. And it's as different a comic book movie as you'll ever see. So I don't think that yes, they'll make the mistake to try to recreate it, but I don't think they'll see much success there.
Thank you.
My question is, in a contest of push-ups, who do you think would win, Thor or Hulk?
Well, like sheer like power to weight ratio, sort of he's a lot heavier than I am. So there may be an advantage for me being lighter and a bit more speed, but he's the Hulk.
But you would kick the shit out of Ruffalo. You could do the Ruffalo on your back.
Stand on my shoulder.
Okay, great, thank you. Next up.
Hello, I want to thank you guys for coming out. Chris, I think you're a very talented actor. I feel like very few actors today can do action and comedy so well. And to that end, I wanted to ask you about a scene at the end of the first Avengers, towards the end, where Thor is thrown out of the helicarrier, and he's sort of reaching for the hammer, but it doesn't come to him. And he's sort of hesitant. I was wondering if you could tell us what was going on there.
What was that?
Yeah, wait, I'm confused too.
Okay, you shoot a lot of things and you don't know what ends up in the movie. I think it was the idea that I think within all of them, do we deserve this responsibility? Are we doing the right thing? Are any of us worthy? And I think that moment was that moment of, oh well, what if I'm not? And what if I can't bring this up? Well, he does. That's cool.
A moment of self-doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for all of them at that point were put out in their position and all, and it was a sort of continuous sort of, I guess, conversation about are we doing any good for the world or are we a problem and so on, and that leads into the next installment. But yeah, it's a moment of self-doubt.
Thank you.
May I ask, how did Liam respond when he found out that you were cast as Thor?
We still don't talk. And then he got cast in this little independent film called The Hunger Games. Yeah, suck it, man. No, see, I auditioned for it, and then they were like, yeah, it's not going to go any further. And so I thought, oh, okay. And then next minute, he was being flown from Australia to LA for his final callback. I was like, what? And then so I ran that audition with him and purposely wrecked it for him. And then they said, oh, well, maybe get the older brother back in, which is kind of what happened. No, but by the time I came back in and got the part, he was not in. So we were never in direct competition. Yeah.
Thank you.
I love him. He's good.
The crazy would be if this guy in the green shirt right here wrote. This guy over here wrote. Right here, yeah, you're the green shirt.
Yeah.
Teasing.
Like I told you before, you're the only person I would leave my wife for, but she would leave me for you too.
You too.
I was gonna ask, how do you feel not being in Civil War?
A little offended. Maybe somewhere else, so I was tough.
How do you know he's not in Civil War?
I don't.
You're gonna buy that ticket to find out the truth.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Hi. You have two brothers, right?
Yep.
Which is your favorite?
Wow. I like it. I'll start a low-key war-esque war. I love them both equally for different reasons.
Also, I love you.
Maybe you and the guy before you can team up and then win us
I
all.
believe our wives.
Great, thank you for the question.
Okay, first of all, you're amazing. Second of all, what's your favorite cheese?
My wife's going to kill me for this because there's a Spanish cheese. She's Spanish. We eat a lot. Can't remember that.
Manchego.
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 That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do speak Spanish, by the way.
Now that you picked your favorite cheese, who's your favorite brother?
That's right. Well, it depends what cheese they were wrapped in.
Great, thank you. Next question.
First off, I want to say that I love you. And what is your favorite place to go on vacation?
What?
Your favorite place to go on vacation?
Rica. Costa Rica. Been there a lot. But then where I moved back in Australia, I got to say, is kind of, it feels like a holiday every time I go back there. Pretty special place. Yeah. But before that, Costa Rica.
Hi.
Hello.
What movie that you played in was your favorite?
Well, I mean, besides Thor, obviously. Rush was a pretty special experience for me. It was just vastly different from what I had been doing, and that character had this incredible sort of childlike quality of, this is who I am, take it or leave it, immerse himself in everything, and was involved in everything, and was so fascinated by life, and I don't know, it was, and during that time, there was a lot of worry in my mind about, am I saying the right things in the press, how am I being perceived, and the more I studied that character, and the real guy, James Hunt, he had such an attitude of, I don't care, this is who I am, and there was something I really appreciated about that and learned from it, and it was, working with Ron Howard, it was just a great experience.
happy to have these abilities and find something that may not be there, like an actor?
I mean,
I think she's asking, do you ever go insane?
I
guess that
better question is, am I ever sane? I mean, to be honest, a lot of the villains or the bad guys I've fought in these films have been, you know, the actual actors' characters rather than CG characters from memory, besides the Hulk. Yeah, you know, it's kind of the fun of it all, and we've been lucky. There's, you know, Marvel have tended to build these beautiful sets, and then in the distance there's a green screen and so on. We've been lucky to kind of immerse yourself within those environments and it not be completely, you know, make-believe, and which is hard. I have done things where you're just on the big screen and your mind's working overtime to kind of create what the hell it is you're fighting. In the first film for Thor, there was a fair bit of CG with the Frost Giants, and we'd have Ken Branagh on the megaphone being like, and how he's attacking you, and how he's punching you, and here he comes, and you're scared, more scared. That was probably more distracting than helpful.
You're saying Branagh was insane.
Branagh's insane. In the best way, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next up.
My name is Liam, and my
There you
question. Yeah. So my question.
He's got some Manchego for you.
So my question for you is: do you have your own Lego figure of yourself at your house?
I believe there is a Lego figure of Thor. It doesn't really resemble me. It looks kind of Lego-ish. I don't have it at the house, but I should. You know, my kids would kick out of it. I have like the Thor action doll, which, you know, my kids are like, Papa, Papa. And then like rip its head off.
Feed it to the dog.
And like,
They feed it to the dog.
that's right. The dog eats it. She uses it.
Great, thank you for your question.
Thanks, man.
Who's up next? You have a time for a few more.
Hi guys, I'm Kinsey. I actually have a two-part question, one for the Russo brothers and of course one for Chris. With the Russo brothers, Sebastian Stan, what was it like, I guess, from the transition from him being in Winter Soldier and him being in Civil War? Because there's obviously such a difference, especially with his being silent in Winter Soldier and then I guess he was in Civil War.
It was look, in our minds, you know, there's a very continuous story being told about the Winter Soldier in the two movies. You know, where he starts in the Winter Soldier, where we take him in Civil War. And it's a very complicated place because, you know, he has a very unique history, the idea that he's been brainwashed and sort of made to work for Hydra for decades, and put in and out of stasis, and just constantly disorientated and sort of kept confused and limited. So, Civil War is where we pick up the Bucky story with him trying to move forward from that. I can't get into too much detail about it. Just talk about where it goes, but the movie is very sensitive to Bucky and to what he's going through as a result of that whole experience, and how does he pick up the pieces and move forward. And it's very difficult for him to do, but it's really very much at the heart of Civil War.
Thank you. And for Chris, my aunt's actually making lasagna tonight, and I'm sure if I call her right now, she'll put on some manchego on there. Do you want to come over dinner?
No, she already called ahead. I'm coming over straight from here. I'm trying to save you a piece.
That was going to be lunch.
You know, this is
I'm coming then, don't worry.
a disaster for you, because every time you do one of these now, you're going to show up with a pound of manchego cheese.
Just Chris, just a little tip. Make sure to bring your swimsuit because we turn on the hot tub.
Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.